Oh yeah, we're about that smooth DJ life. You know, you just phase it out nice and slowly. Just cut that volume ever so slightly, and that makes you a DJ, right? What's up, Tools? Welcome to the game, my man.
Is that DJ Hayes on the decks?
That's the one, my man. You know, as I said, just minimizing the volume gradually, you know, getting that DJing skill down. Hopefully, these guys have got a bit more skill than my DJing ability. Big5 versus WRG. Of course, it's a bit of a late game this evening, but nonetheless, who doesn't like a little bit of a late CS, you know? Lying in bed, cup of tea, enjoy the game.
Yeah. It's the best of one anyway, so, it's not going to take too long. Hopefully maximum 1 hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, late games are the best games. You get to chill, watch some good CS, and yeah, two teams, Big5 versus WRG Gaming.
Yeah.
What's your take? Yeah, who do you think's gonna take this?
Well, I think Big5 is the favorite, but WRG certainly has a lot of firepower, and I'm certainly going to be keeping my eyes trained a few of their players. Looking forward to see what Doru is going to be bringing to the table. He's gotten a shot in one of the higher leagues now, of course, made his name last year, and now he's starting to reap the rewards. Big5, well, don't have to introduce any of those players.
Yeah, there we go. Some set smokes, stairs, jungle flashes coming in. A lot of work needs to be done by this player sitting at Ticket Mango.
Yeah, not able to find anything just yet. That's Big5 taking control of the A bomb site. They're going to be planting for CT as well, so they're going to be looking to take that control. Before a single player goes down, we are into the post-plant situation. At least for Mango, he's been able to keep control of CT, waiting for his teammates to come through. He's going to be looking for some support on the retake here. There is a smoke and a kit to work with. Still taking their time here are WRG. There's a 3-man stack here. They're not going to be expecting this. It's Big5. In fact, it's Slowy who picks up the triple kill, single-handedly tearing WRG apart, and he's going to pick up the quad as well.
Yeah, this is pretty dangerous feeding Slowy this early into the game. He's that type of player that can be pretty explosive. We've seen it first Sinister 5, and it was a 3v3 fight there. It's just that they didn't have any flashes to retake CT spawn there. Mango gave them complete control without no entry frag, so it was a bit tough.
Yeah.
5v5 retake, bomb down or post plant setup. It's gonna
Yeah.
be crazy, but we see a full save versus some of these Max 10s get some money.
Yeah, that's certainly going to be their intentions. Let the AKs just do the cleaning up in the backlines. You don't want them finding the initial frags. Anyway, just quickly going back to that round we saw. So when you do have that stack towards the B bomb sites and you got one man in CT, you sort of rely on him to get at least one kill before he loses control of the site, right?
Yeah, I mean, you try hold on as much as you can just to do some damage or some info, but I do agree with Mango falling back to CT spawn. It's just that the post plant didn't go their way. They needed to find a frag somewhere, but slowly picking up that triple pretty much shut down that whole retake for them.
Yeah.
But,
certainly made life tough, that's for sure.
Yeah, very difficult.
I mean, once the T's actually do take that CT control, it's really difficult to try and get the retake going because you basically have nothing to start with. Anyway, Big5, they are being very cautious in their approach here in the anti-eco round. And, I mean, I'm not normally very fond of this approach to anti-eco rounds. I prefer finding information around the map because otherwise you might be walking into a stack. Fortunately for them, the stack is on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, they went for full exec. They could have run into a stack. I'm a big fan of mid control. You'll see me talk about it throughout this game, but mostly because you want to use those AKs in the long range battles, and mid is such a good place to use those AKs. But this did work out for them. There wasn't a stack, so they were kind of lucky, I'd say. But I'd like to see them take their time more and just fish more information before committing to a site.
I mean, considering there's a stack on the A bomb site, it could have just as been a stack on the B bomb site. Yeah, so it was a gamble. It worked out for them this time, but again, as you said, not something you rely on. If you take that mid control, you find out where the opposition actually are, and then you can work from there.
Yeah. It's something a lot of teams, it's a trap a lot of teams fall into.
Yeah.
They think it's safe, sticking together, just execing into a site. That's a sort of false security that the utility will help them out in taking the site. But
yeah,
it did help them out this round. I mean, there wasn't anyone stuck in the site, but let's just see if how this round pans out.
No one actually died in that round, by the way. All 10 players survived until the end of the round, even post explosion. Anyway, Big5. They're in the driver's seat right now heading into the first bar, and they've got a bit of a bonus round to work with as well. We talk about the bonus round where you have some weaponry you choose not to upgrade, in this case the UMP, a couple Mac 10s as well, and they're just going to go for the full A execution here. All 5 players coming through ramp as well, so it's a very one-dimensional attack, and it's Ninjask who gets off things, drawing first blood as he takes on TNQ, who's crossing to the bomb side. Mango doesn't get flashed, and that means that custom is an easy customer, and all of a sudden it's a 5 versus 3 in favor of WRG.
Yeah, they're getting torn apart, just entering the side. At least they got the bomb done here. Slowy has to do a lot of work. He's only got the AK doing something, I guess. But yeah, does get one, gets traded out. Yeah, Slowy gets taken out by Mango. Yeah. It was a decent exec. They had no kit to play with. I mean, they were light and utility the CT, so I would have liked to see more of a default come out of the T's. I should have known that, playing the long game is a bit more favorable towards them. Spam doing smokes, got free kills there. White Rabbit game, it didn't help out Big5, but at least they're on the board.
Yeah, 100%. A good start as well, being at the first buy round, shutting things down straight away. If Big5 won that round, they may have started to actually run away with the game. They had 2 Mac 10s and a UMP, so White Rabbit Gaming actually for all money had to win that round. It's a pity from Big5's perspective that they weren't able to actually find a bit more in the round, maybe 1 or 2 more kills, and force White Rabbit Gaming to buy up a few more of those weapons. Anyway, what's your affiliation to Big5, just for anyone who may not be familiar?
A recent player of Big5, currently the co-owner, and just doing what I got to do to make them get to the top.
Yeah, that's what it is. And as you said, recent player, co-owner, so you may have a bit more information on this. I see Mr. Cannibalistic is now part of the ranks of Big5.
Yeah, we brought him in. Spartan had a lot of real life things to do.
Yep.
Work is trying to balance work, and a new job can get a bit daunting, so we brought in Cannibalistic just to help out, bolster the squad, see if he fits in, and so far he's doing a good job. The games he's played, he's added value, his impact, he's got that experience under the belt. I mean, he's played with the previous NEG roster that went overseas to DreamHack India.
Yeah, I was a part of that as well.
South Africa, so So you can see, I mean, he does have some sort of knowledge to give these boys. This is a more useful squad. I mean, with Tianki and Slowy, they haven't really played at the very top level for an extended time. So kind of ballistics there to just add that extra cushion.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, as you said, just bringing that wealth of experience to the team. And of course, he's played with Tuckbook before as well. As you mentioned, they won ESL Africa together, the two of them, when they were part of Energy Esports. And then coupled with Slowy Tianki as well as Mr. Custom, who's one of the stalwarts of South African Counter-Strike. And we'll get back into that once we have another pause. Custom leading the charge here down middle, getting a good amount of damage done onto Rush Me Please. He's still going to be able to just make it back in towards that A bomb site with 12 points of health remaining to his name.
Yeah, quite lucky to get out of there with this life intact. But mid control is established by Big5 now. It just comes down to how they use this mid control, where they like to leave the lurk. I mean, they're still trying to fight for con control. That bottom smoke is deterring them a little bit.
Yeah.
But at least Slowy gets down a smoke for window. It's up to the CTs now. It's their move from now. They've lost something, they need to take it. But we see that pop flash for Palace. Good job by them. They can readjust their rotations.
Exactly as you said. You've got to adjust and adapt. They lost middle control, so they decide to actually take that Palace control. There's RMP, he's pushed in there, the low HP player as well. Palace is a good place to be for a low HP player because you should at least be good for a single frag. In this instance, the Big5 are actually heading towards the B bomb site, so he's not going to be having too much impact on the round. Though what's important for Big5 is that they've actually gotten Custom into Connector, and if he can find a single kill towards this A bomb site, he's certainly going to be selling the fake. There's already quite a few players that have gravitated towards A here from WRG. Only one player towards the B bomb site, that's Doru. He's the key here for WRG right now, hiding in the corner. He's going to have to find a couple of frags here. He decides to look for some information. He takes down Tuckbook. Now they know who he is. Is Tianki going to be able to trade him out? No! He gets shut down. Certainly did his job there, did Doru. It is going to be Big5 who take control of the B bomb site, but one-man advantage, two-man advantage here for WRG. They certainly should be having a crack at this retake. Slowy does take down one of those four remaining players. Not much HP on RMP nor Ninjask, so they're going to have to find some frags early on. Yeah, Slowy, he finds another one, leaving Kani in the 1 versus 2. This man is the clutch king, certainly the one player you want in this situation out of the 5 players, a part of the team, but he's not going to be able to land his shots. Well-timed peek there from RMP, and WRG win the second.
I mean, just the way they took middle there, the way they had control of their rotations. I mean, there was only one guy on B, but, you know, that missed time peak there on Tuckbook, and there was no trade for that specific amount of time, and it just helped them readjust for the next kill. And from there, it just fell apart. The lurker and Con got killed. It wasn't in their favor towards the late game there. I think more composure, more util usage, and just better I think more trading distance should have been closer there.
I think Doru probably shouldn't have been afforded 2 kills from that position. If he had gotten 1, I think Big5 would still be okay with that, but the fact that he found the second, taking down Tianki, was where the round turned on its head. So that leaves Big5 in a situation where they have to eco. Again, they're going to be going towards this B bomb site. They've got some utility work to work with. I'm a fan of this, buying up nicely, evening out the economy. Instead of picking up armor, they pick up some extra util. That means they've got a very convincing B hit coming through, but Spaz lands the touchdown grenade, and they're following up with some good frags with the weaponry as well. Although Tuckbook does come good with 1, although probably all it's going to be in the round. Oh, nice little one-tap there from Kani, and he's actually going to be able to close out the kill. So, not a bad result for Big5. Unfortunate that they won't be able to get the plant, but still a couple of kills.
Yeah, I mean, decent kills there just to keep the economy a bit honest there. But, you know, an exec like that quite early around it, that leaves you open to utility usage like Spaz just did there. So if they just take a bit more time, bet out the util before going for an exec like that in the future, could net them a better result.
Okay, let's see. Focus on middle control here once again by Big5. Seems to be the theme when they do have sufficient weaponry and utility to work with. They took quite a lot of time once they took mid control in the previous situation. I wonder if they're going to move a bit quicker in this time, especially now that they found that first kill into Ninjask. No immediate trade coming through, although there has been quite a lot of damage done to Tuckbook and Slowy. The AWP does get retrieved as well, fortunately. RMP's picked that one up.
Yeah, this damage could benefit them in the future. I mean, 4v5, it's not all dire for the CTs.
Yeah.
It just comes down to, you know, placing their players in the right spots, just maintaining con control like RMP is doing right now. But there's enough utility for some sort of exec at the A side. Just 2 smokes left on Big5 here. I want to see how they use them here. Do they leave CT open? Or do they gamble?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the strategy, taking middle control and then gravitating back towards the A bomb site and executing over there. You can see them just taking their time, allowing Custom to get advanced in Palace. And as you said, where are they going to use their smokes? It looks like it's going to be the stairs and the jungle smoke. They're going to be leaving CT open. That means Mango's got a job to do here for his team to lock this bomb site down. He's got the scope Grippin to work with. He's going to be dropping the molly as well to try and buy some time. A few of those players have gotten ahead of the molly. He may not be aware of this. In fact, Slowy is the man who's gotten through. He's focused on Palace with all his might right now. Really well played here by Mango. Actually not giving himself up for free. Making sure that if he is going to get taken down, Big 5 are going to have to push looking for him. Times his peak perfectly. He's not able to capitalize. In fact, there's too many targets for him to look for. Means he's going to get forced out, doesn't find a single kill. 4v4 heading into the post plant now, but Big 5 are in a very poor position considering they've got one man stuck in the bomb site. He gets taken down, one man stuck under Palace. I'm not sure how successful this post plant's going to be here. Cunny's going to have to get some heavy lifting done. Custom finds one as well, certainly finding the frags that they need. Custom may actually be able to do this for his team, down to the 1v1 now. He's just going to have to play the clock. Mango barely has any HP to work with, and Custom has done the job. Or has he? Am I speaking too soon? I got a bit nervous there for a second.
He might still.
I think Mango's got it. Mango's got.
No.
Oh my goodness, that is too close. Millisecond.
I mean, there was a valiant attempt there by. I mean, WRG is still going for that retake. I did want them. I mean, Mango did a fantastic job there. I did say that low HP will come to bite Big 5 there, and it did. One of their players dropped to it, but Mango staying alive for that long there, despite peaking without getting an entry, was just perfect there. But the Custom, the veteran, comes through once again.
Yeah, you can rely on him. That's the thing. When you have the experienced player in those situations, you know that your chances are pretty good. And now WRG, well, they're going to be on an eco. And look at this from Big 5. They are not showing any respect whatsoever, going straight into this B bomb side. Tuckbook leading the charge, but he jumped over someone. He doesn't realize. He gets taken down by Spaz. Slowy's able to trade that one out. Kani's able to pick up one as well. And fortunately, Big 5 are able to bring calm to the situation, because that looked a little bit dicey there at one stage.
Yeah, I mean, they have this very, brute force approach to the terror side. It doesn't let them a lot of these, not running into stacks. More so, it's like the rotation won't be in there in time. They smoked from sort of outside middle there. There's two smokes landed. Call them McDonald's smokes, and it helped them out there with those pop flash coming out the window. Tuckbox, swinging out quite early there. No tradable spots there, but AKs do come out. Top. Always will be.
This is true. Unless Simple's on the bomb side with the Desert Eagle. Different story then. Can never account for that.
I mean, I think if Spaz had a better gun there.
Maybe. Yeah? What was he with a USP or a P2? Okay.
A P2,
yeah, CZ definitely would have enhanced his chances somewhat. So we are back into a buy round now for both of these teams. Quite an important buy round for WRG, because Big 5 are starting to build up quite a significant economy. Kanye's not afraid to take the fights, and he wins the fight with Mango as well, nearly finding RMP. Think he maybe got a bit overzealous there, didn't need to swing out, but certainly was feeling himself after that first frag. And that is a thing, right? Tools, once the confidence creeps in, you want to start looking for more fights.
If you're feeling it, you're feeling it. But, you just got to set up some precautions.
Yeah.
Some systems in place for a trade. If they had a Palace there, the site was open there.
Yeah.
That one-on-one fight was fine. I'm happy with it. Early round, your rotator is going to be in con, so you have some sort of window to take that fight, and you want it. So
yeah,
better decision would have been falling back, but he did create space.
Yes.
Which is enough.
And look at this, there's already two players towards the same bomb site for WRG. Big 5 again going towards B. I mean, they've been B so much already in this half. Probably WRG not expecting this, saying, okay, this time they must be going to the A bomb site. Nope, going to B once again. Spaz is able to get one and do a bit of damage to Custom as well, which is certainly going to make this retake a little bit easier. There is a kit on Spaz, so they're going to have to keep tabs of that. Few unhealthy players here on Big 5. Oh no, Dory, you have to check your corners, my man. Free kill there for Tuckbook.
Especially that lamp there. He didn't even give his team an opportunity to set themselves up. They still have to wait for Spaz. I mean, he wasn't Cat. I mean, Ninja wasn't Window, but they went ready for a trade.
And Tuckbook finds another one. Who needs an AK? The Mac 10 is getting all the heavy lifting done right now. And I mean, was Doru potentially a little bit ahead of his teammates there? Maybe he saw a window of opportunity. He thought he might be able to sneak into the B bomb site. But I mean, I'm normally an advocate for playing it safe and making sure that all teammates are in the exact position they need to be to commence the retake.
I agree, especially regarding the HPs of the Big 5 team. Tuckbox in 50, 10 and 52 was winnable.
Yeah, this is true, and now it's going to be forcing WRG onto another eco round. So Mirage is a map that Big5 have been playing for a very long time. I mean, back to when you were a part of the roster as well. I remember in the early stages, you guys used to stay away from it like it was the plague, and then you started to get really good on the map.
It just became a thing where everyone should know how to play the map.
Yeah.
It comes down to how do you play it the best, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. I mean, there's various ways as to how you can take middle, and which is the best option. But right now it's the A exec here. They do have one guns with a rifle and cat, but I'm too far to do anything.
But RMP, he doesn't need a rifle. He's got a 5.7 and he finds himself 2 kills. Kani, though, counters back with 2 frags of his own. Very important kills there. Could have been a difficult situation if they weren't able to find something immediately there. And actually, they should be considering alternative options here. Ninjas, he's going to fly straight through off the back of a flashbang there. Not able to find anything. Oh, and Kani, he smells a rat. The man is too clever. His bane is too big for his boots, and he's going to be able to take down Doru. Doru just thinking to himself, what is he doing watching the flank? They need to be taking control of the A bomb sites. And that puts Big5 in the driving seat this round. Spaz, he's going to have to get something done, and all he's been done, or gotten done, is taken some damage from that AWP. Of course, he is the man with the M4, the only man to start the round with a rifle here for WRG.
Yeah, he'll want to save this if anything. Shouldn't even be looking for exits. The economy is a bit low there, so I need a booster going into that. But there's a kid in him, so I don't think it would have take their chances.
Just going to walk straight into Tuckborg's crosshair, and Kani's going to close out the round with a quad there. So Big5 having no problems with the anti-ecos. Just confirm there, is it Slowy as the IGL for Big5?
Yeah, indeed it is Slowy there.
All right.
For the IGL position. Doing well, but
okay.
He's got this brute force approach that works, but it doesn't net show a lot of deaths and potential running into stacks. So, I mean, a more diverse playbook may be needed. But
yeah, for sure.
WRG, I've seen their T side. It's very methodical, very technical, but it's a bit different.
Yeah, WRG's always been a team that I've been impressed by. RMP locking down middle right now. He's been a player who's been a part of this team for a long time, actually. Of course, a few more recent additions, like, well, in fact, all of them. All 4 of the other players are new. If you look at the WRG that played at Comic-Con and the WRG of 2019, it's a completely reformed roster. But like I said, Ninjask and Doru coming through from Online Kingdom, reaping the rewards of their good performances in 2018, building themselves up a platform, and then making it into the big time, at least from a South African perspective.
Yeah, I'd say this looks like a more well-rounded team. A lot of, a good approach in terms of their players individually. They're quite strong, and they got that tactical approach. So
yeah,
just the perfect blend between I think more experience needed with this roster. And
yeah. I mean, RMP, sort of the man who's fulfilling that experienced role at the moment. I know that he also comes from a Call of Duty background, so it's not like they really have somebody who's just been playing CS for their whole life. Mango takes down Kani. Was that an A Rampler coming through there that I missed, or a Palace Lurk?
That was the Palace Lurk.
The Palace Lurk, yeah.
Quite a tight angle, it was perfect.
Okay, nice one. Auto Director missed that one for me. Anyway, Big5 going to be regrouping back towards the say bomb side, considering that they have got Tianki worked up all the way through connector here. And he's just waiting for somebody, though there is only 23 seconds left on the clock. So Big5 are going to have to get their moving shoes on here, get the Nikes on.
Yeah, they're going to try getting into the side, at least pawn for Cat. Slowy has been playing quite well, so he should pull them back into this round. He does have the bomb, but Cat isn't being spotted at the moment by them. It's free kill.
Oh no, oh no. Yeah. Sacrilege. Tianki is able to mop it up with a kill, but that's all it's going to be. He just needs to stay alive now. He can't afford to die after the timer. And a little bit careless there from Big5.
Yeah, just not being aware where they're potentially being exposed to, especially Cat. I mean, the plant was sort of for Cat. We're just trying to avoid CT at the most. Yeah. But if you're avoiding CT, Cat, you're exposed to.
Yeah.
So it was just that little blunder, but, they got a buy coming in, double AWP even.
Double AWP on the T side, fairly unconventional. Kani maybe had the spawn for it, taking it to ramp. Oh man, just missing the timing shot there. He's actually quite lucky to make it out with his life. That was Mango getting aggressive. I like that he's changing up the pace now, closing the gap towards ramp. He's been playing very passive in CT the whole time now, changing the tempo.
Yeah, it can get quite boring, playing ticket A every round. You'll see Tuckborg, he'll do it every round because, it is part of the play. It is part of how the CTs are trying to move around the map. You can't be aggressive if you're taking middle or playing 3 towards them.
Yeah.
All you do is just jump spot and sit there and survive.
And maybe WRG have said, okay, listen, Big5 are taking mid control at the start of every round. Let's focus our resources towards ramp and actually try and deny that part of the map. And again, as you said earlier on, you always need to be adjusting and adapting.
Yeah, but you know, it is isolated, but thankfully there's no terrorist playing A ramp or Palace to
Yeah.
punish that. But mid control is being established nice and slow, quite methodical. 3 players sitting on B for White Rabbit Gaming. Potential read, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a guess more than a read. I seen they don't really have much info to work with considering. Slowy, he finds one. It looks like Big5 are a bit confused as to what the plan is here. A few of the players committing towards A and then changing their minds, now heading up Cat. The bomb's making its way through apps as well. Now WRG are realizing that they're going to be in the money with the stack, but you still need to be landing your shots to make the stack effective. Custom and Tuckbox certainly landing their shots. Mango just able to make it across in time. Looking to tap away. He is able to find Slowy. Looking for another quick frag here before they do commence the retake. Flashbang going to come through from his teammate, just missing the mark. They're going to be entering through the door. Still no frags being found just yet. Quite a few angles being covered here by Big5. Of course, they've got so many players left alive that it's going to be really difficult to not walk into a crossfire.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think they get a bit more kills out of that stack there, just a bit more than what they bargained for.
Yeah.
To be honest, but you know, slowly walking in with that up, getting the rotator. I mean, it's tough when you kill the rotator, not in the place on the side. I mean, there was a sense of false security that could have been a blunder if they ran into that. If the guy under a window got a 2k there,
Yeah,
at least one would have made it a lot better. More time for the rotations to actually kick in.
so let's see what WRG have got in store for this eco round. Got a couple Desert Eagles, some flashbangs on RMP, so I'm going to be keeping my eyes trained on him, see if he's got something in plan there. Is it worth buying utility if you don't really have a plan for it in an eco round? Like he's just died now with 2 flashbangs that he didn't use?
I facepalm when I see that, but
Yeah.
I always get a flash because you want to do something with that
Yeah.
flash, no matter what, to stay alive. So you can use that flash if there is no plan. Otherwise, just get a 5-man D.
Yeah, I mean, intentions are great, right? But you still need to have a game plan and follow through with it at the end of the day. Maybe say, okay, let's try and make a ramp play. I'll flash 2 of you through. Or I saw there was a Palace push that went through, but he didn't necessarily flash for the Palace. Anyway, just considering what the options were there, maybe what he could have done a bit better. Big5 looking pretty good in their approach here in the anti-eco round. They have been solid so far in their anti-eco rounds tools, not really spreading out individually across the map, making sure that they're compact and able to trade out anything that does come their way.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the first anti-eco that went towards B, the second they went towards B, but now we're seeing a little bit of a change-up, which is quite nice to see. Potential, you know, I think they'll be like, oh, okay, we've seen us go B twice, so maybe just take it slow, take middle.
Oh, no.
There, Ninja, unlako malako.
Yeah, that's certainly one way of putting it.
I'd like to see a middle aggression here by WRG just to unsettle them a little bit, because they're getting middle a bit too easy in the last couple of defaults.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Just as you said, unsettle Big5. You can't just allow them this control freely where they're starting to just settle into autopilot mode. You need to disrupt that setup and actually force them to keep their wits about them again, as you said. Big5 going straight into middle. Kani's got the AWP. This guy's getting aggressive. He's going to have a couple of players here to deal with. He's going to need some support and not able to land anything but custom. He gets the triple. And we didn't get to see that because Auto Director was on Kani. My word, I'm so sorry, guys. But custom locking it down. You called for that mid-aggression tools. The mid-aggression came through. And then there was just a wall called custom.
I think that's the main theme you'll see out of WRG. They always have the right idea, the right stacks, but they like the execution out of those. Oh, Mango, nice kill. Actually, this is quite winnable, to be honest, if you reposition to the right place. But what I'm saying is, you know, they have the right idea, but they just lack the execution. But that's experience, like I said.
I mean, they do have quite a lot of up-and-coming players. Let's see, Big5 trying to take control of the A bomb side as they've got a bit of a fake going towards B in the way of Tianqi, though. He's actually going to go back after he's been dinked. He's already sold that fake down the river, though. Yeah, and why would he? He's already done his job. Pushing through apps finally as Dory figuring out that it is a fake. Tuckbog trying to cover all his angles while he plants the bomb. Not that you can do much when you do see someone, more just, you know, give up hope on life. You know, when you're planting and you see that CT pop up. Tianqi gonna have a bit of a job on his hands, yeah. Peekaboo, yeah, 2 and 2, very doable here, especially with that kit on Mango. That Molly, though, it's gonna be denying him. He's actually gonna have to use his smoke. That's so unfortunate. I would have loved that smoke to block off CT or ramp. That's gonna allow Tuckbok the angle. He finds the first, and he knows that Dory has to be on the stairs as well. All he's doing is playing with him at this point, making him just buying some time. Eventually, he swings out and shuts him down.
Yeah, Big5, you give them space and they will take it. Tianqi doing lovely work there with that fake. Line sync and hook.
Yep.
Nan. 4-2 Big 5. Yeah, this is quite normal to see.
Yeah. Is this the standard? Hey, Tools, would you go?
I'm just saying in general. I think this map is becoming more and more terrorist-sided just because it's so open. There's so many ideas. There's so many things you can do.
Yeah.
You need a well-refined CT team to stop it. That's why I think CT is a more technical side. It's more, practical side. You need to put more work in compared to the terror side. And if you don't have that, you're going to get punished.
Again, another successful anti-eco round coming through for Big 5, and you spoke about it earlier. You'd prefer them to see them going for middle control as opposed to dedicating themselves to a bomb site and looking for the exec. Here they go for that mid control. They cover one another. They find the frags, and then they work from there. Far better strategy approaching the round.
Slow and methodical, just how I like to see. You see this a lot more in the higher professional games.
Yeah.
Every round sort of matters in their eyes. Every death matters. So they want to be as cautious as possible. Just take a few gambles, but calculated gambles.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a great way of describing how CS has evolved, because maybe teams used to put a bit less focus on those anti-eco rounds and a little bit less focus in practicing their eco rounds and what they'd like to do, and just really putting all their resources into the buy rounds. And now, as time's gone on, we've realized how big a difference these rounds actually make, and you look at teams who are very good with their decos and how many rounds it nets them, and what a big difference it actually makes in the greater scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, you'll hear a lot of pros say that the second round is harder than winning the actual gun round because there's so much variability, there's so much unknown. I mean, there's not much you can read out of a team's potential anti-eco round or eco round. So you have to play as slow as possible, and you get caught out, running down the clock a bit too much, and everyone gets a smoke, and they just cycle utility in certain choke points.
Yeah.
So you sort of have to have a blend between, taking space but cautiously.
Well said. Heading into the final round of the first half now. Big 5 already made contact with double digits, so they're certainly going to be content with their first half performance. And, well, why wouldn't you just go for an all-out approach in the last round, heading straight into this B-bomb side? There's going to be a molly there. I'm sure there'll be a smoke to extinguish that. I mean, if you're going to be going so aggressively, no point in just stopping behind that utility. All four players are going to be streamlining straight into the bomb side. Spaz playing around the smoke really nicely here, using it to his advantage, but the frag's still going the way of Big 5. Finally, Spaz pounces. He does pick up a double, but slowly, he's found himself one as well, and so is Tianki on the flank. Really good decision there from Big 5 to just leave one player behind and lock down that flank, because when the CTs on the B bomb side are calling, they're all rushing into B. You immediately start running through lowers and trying to get that flank down. Mango, he's now left in the 1v3. He's good to find the first onto Tian, but Slowy's not going to give him many brain to think about what he's going to do next.
Yeah, that was a good exec. It was a good pacer as well, and there's so many, if you looked at that strat quite carefully, there's so many layers and precautions. I mean, it started off with the smokes, it started off with the flashbangs. There's always one person to smoke out the molly, and if you get slowed down, they set up for the reflashes to go at those choke points. I mean, Spaz, he could have helped his team a little bit more hiding behind that smoke. Yeah, he's safe, but it just leaves it breaks the crossfire you've actually set up.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, and I think all that was wrong there was he maybe missed his timing. I think he just he peaked out a bit too late. He had done a really good job of hiding, and then his teammates had taken the attention of the terrorists running into the bomb sites, and that's when he should have jumped out, and unfortunately it was just a couple seconds too late. And I mean, that's the difference between positive and negative baiting, right? Because people have this association that baiting is just a bad thing no matter what, but there certainly is a positive way to and I know it sounds ironic, but to use baiting within a team, and the teams that are able to actually use it effectively are very strong, especially on their CT sides.
Yeah, there's just so many, types of baiting incorporated in Counter-Strike, but my golden rule is if you're going to bait me, you better win the round. That's just me.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And it was tough in Spaz, the situation, mostly because, you had to get 3 kills out of that, especially with the utility.
Yeah.
Especially how early it is into the round, and those 3 smokes, there's McDonald's smokes and Cat and the window smoke, your rotations are going to be very slow, so it's just you holding down the fort there.
Alrighty, so into the second half we go. WRG look like they're going to be going for a standard A exec here, probably a stairs and actually going to be going for the CT smoke there on Ninjask, interestingly.
I've seen
And
this.
then is that a connector smoke coming through there? Alright, so smoke of CT and then push through towards jungle, probably the strat. What can Tuckbook do on the bomb side? No, he's got 3 heads, but he's not taking it in, and finally he gets himself one. He's still looking for another. How is this man still alive? What is going on? Finally, he is put down. I don't even think WRG have had time to process what's going on. Big5, they finally starting to rotate across. It's chaos across all quarters. Finally, their fair frags are coming through for WRG. Slowly able to get one of his own. It's up to him and Custom now to try and get this round back for Big5. Are WRG going to be able to lock it down? They really need this pistol round to keep themselves in the game. Slowly doing his best to make sure that they're going to be snuffed out as soon as possible. Looking for some drive-bys here. He's going to have to trade out. He's been able to pick up the kits as well. Surely he's not going to be able to do this. No, RMP locks it down.
Yeah, Tuckbuck definitely wanted to get maximum 2, minimum not 1 out of that situation there.
Yeah.
I mean, they took so long to find him, then they took so long to kill him. So you wonder there, where was the team support there if you locked into a position like that?
Do you think Tuckbook's screen was okay after that? Do you think his screen survived?
More worried about his mouse.
Yeah, Kale. Any form of peripheral, I think, was in danger there after that hash, and not what you expect to see from him.
We've all been there when you see 3 people running out just to lock down and focus on one target. It's just caca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is, and it's ironic because it almost looks like you've got the world in the palm of your hands and you're about to just snap up all those heads, but sometimes the ease of it just gets to you. Anyway, gonna have to reset ya, refocus. WRG, they're in the driver's seat this round. Of course, they've got far superior weaponry here, taking it nice and slow once again, not giving anything away, playing passively all around the map. And I suppose this is the ulterior option when it comes to approaching anti-eco rounds, just sitting back and holding the choke points, waiting for the CTs to push. Because the CTs have weaker weaponry, they only have the pistols to work with, they're going to feel like they have to make a play somewhere around the map, and that's going to leave them vulnerable one way or another.
You always want to try find an opening or just an advantage, especially when you have those little guns, a little utility as possible. You always want to get those digs in, but Kani gets punished. Slowly gets put into 10. It's up to Ninja now. Clears the A side.
Oh,
go Slowly at least he gets 1. Picks up 1 at least. Sell the fake though.
Yeah, they did sell the fake, though. Big5 have been pretty quick to realize it's a fake. They've rotated across, but because they've got such weak weaponry, I don't think they're really going to have much success. Probably better to just try and find some exit frags here. They've got some deagles to work with. They're going to be buying up in the next round, probably. I mean, Kani and Custom only have 1,300 to their name, so not going to be the best buy if they do commit to it.
Yeah, they're going to look for a lot more exits. The one in AK, at least out of this. All choke points being covered as we see here.
Yeah. They've got the one man on Cat, they've got the one man in the back of Apps, and then they've got the one man in Market. That's Custom locking it down. Who's going to be finding the action? That's the question right now. Looks like it's going to be Slowly in the back of Apps. Unfortunately for Big5, it's the man with the lowest HP, and you can see WRG. Who's going to go first? Where's the SMGs? No, it's actually RMP who leads the charge. Custom looking to find something in the death of the round. No! All that's going to happen is he's going to lose his life. Mango racking up some extra cash there. And a good result for WRG. Now, looking at Big5's situation, they probably should be saving.
Yeah, Slowly's going to want to get that AWP as fast as possible. So the double eco is the smarter choice. Now, how much? I mean, they want to do damage here. They want to do as much economical damage as possible to the terrorist economy. So, just taking it slow. Let them use kit. Let them run into stacks is the perfect thing. Individual peaks won't be the best thing for them right now.
Kani leading the charge here with the pop flash. He's looking for Mango. He is by himself at the moment right now, so he's in a bit of a spot to bother. You can see him dropping the molly to buy some time. Support coming through. Kani's going to have to drop back here. The opportunity has been missed. Elsewhere, RMP finds Slowly, so that means mid control is now available for WRG. You can see him identifying that and starting to work his way forward. The Deegs are going to have to come through here. Tianki, he does find one. And it looks like Big5 are actually going to be able to find some frags here on this B bomb site. WRG are streaming in now. Oh my word, Custom finds another one. Ninjask, he's by himself on this B bomb site all of a sudden. He's got the bomb as well. He's going to be so scared right now, probably shivering in his boots. Going to try and force Custom out with that Molotov. Custom's still got space to work with though. And Kani's coming through. He gets the AK. This is going to be a free frag. The round being turned on its head right now. Mango, the only man remaining, he's going to be asking his team, guys, what has gone wrong? I was just lurking on the opposite side of the map. Now I'm the only man remaining. He's good to find one. He's good to find two. He's looking for the third. Kani's going to have to keep his head tucked away there. Of course, he's got no armor to work with, so the Galil can be lethal. Kani going to go for the timing peak, and he takes him down. You love to see it.
You love and hate to see these anti-ecos. Oh my word, those deagles came into play. And it all started with that pop flush A ramp. As soon as they took that control,
Yeah.
they had to make decisions. I mean, we saw them. Slowy peaked in middle, got information at the least, although he died. But Tianki started all that with those deagles, and then Zero. And then Custom.
Custom, yeah. I mean, the two fairly hand in hand. Go back a long way.
Good old days.
Of course, gonna be locking down middle here. Certainly gonna be having a exuberant confidence right now. White Rubber Gaming looking to take mid control.
Quite methodical at that too, but oof, that nade.
Oh man, good timing down the peak from Slowy. He's gonna have to be careful. He has got a smoke to put out any Molotovs. There's one that's coming his way, and he's actually times the peak perfectly, and he gets Doru. Oh my word, I can't believe it. Doru must be asking, what the hell just happened there? My word.
Slowy thing to do as well.
Oh man.
He knows his quick at the warp, and he knows how to exploit micro timings, and it's just perfect to see there. Although Kani does go down, good trade. I mean, getting back into the strand is something you need, and that frag like that is quite perfect. But they're all stuck in the middle, so they all narrow down to one choke point.
WRG, as you said, all three players are retained in middle right now. And they're looking to actually try and change it up. You can see the bomb doubling back towards Catwalk now. I'm not sure if they're going to change the strat. Maybe go for a boost in snipers. Big5, I mean, they're just sitting back and waiting at this point. They don't have to do anything. The ball firmly in WRG's court, and they're going to try and execute towards the A bomb side, pushing through connector. The bomb following up behind. Only 22 seconds left just, so they're going to have to get a move on. Going to be pretty tough considering Tuckbook is rooted all the way back here in CT. Still, they haven't been able to find him, and he's going to actually be able to shut this plant down. They're not even... Oh, in fact, they're actually planting for Catwalk. This has worked out really well for WRG. Excuse me, I thought the bomb was being planted on the other side of the try box. Good Molotov's going to force Ninja Scouts, but still not into any dangerous positions just yet. Big5, now they're in a bit of a precarious position because they've been locked out of snipers as well. Custom, he's going to have to wrap around all the way into CT. So long... Slowy as well as Tuckbook, they're trying to get a move on towards this A bomb side. There is a kit to work with on Slowy. Still no frag being found yet just for Big5, and it's actually WRG who are finding success right now. Slowy still getting bothered by a player towards Tetris, and he's actually going to have to save his rifle. WRG locking down the A bomb side successfully.
Good recovery at that as well. I mean, just that frag, that big kill, I think what determined the outcome of the round was Tianki dying on Cat there. I mean, they just gave them all the space to plant for Cat there.
Yeah.
And Spaz locking off that rotation and murder hole there. Quite sick to be able to see. Good round for them.
Yeah. Good round indeed.
Well.
I'm looking at the frags at the moment, Tools. I mean, everyone on Big5 bar Tianki at the moment is... pretty close within one another. Slowly leading the charge there on 18, Captain leading from the front, and then WRG side, RMP, Mango and Spaz also leading from the front there between the three of them. Doru and Ninja struggling to get going. The team's going to need them to start hitting their shots if they're going to want to mount this comeback. If they lose this round, they are going to be in a dire situation economically.
Yeah, they sacrificed some guns for double AWP and 2
leads. And just looking at that now, they went for the force buy Tuckbook on that MP9, but Slowy's already found 2, and he's already warranted the force buy in the round. Certainly brought those Deagles and MP9s into play a lot more now. Got so much more room to work with. Tuckbook's going to be able to upgrade to an AK as well, so this is an ideal situation for Big5. What can WRG to try and get themselves back into the round? Still quite a lot of time, so they don't need to overcommit here.
They have won these rounds before, so just taking it slow. There's no kits or utility on the CT team, so just fresh tools they need to take to win this. A lot of information received now by RMP and co.
Yep.
Potentially a B hit now.
Are they going to commit to B, or have we got a fake coming through? That smoke is going to be the bane of Spaz's existence. Mango going for the boost, and he might actually catch Slowy off to guard here. Yes, indeed. That's such an influential frag. He actually has an opportunity to find another. And he takes quite a lot of damage. Still alive, though. That's the most important part. And Spaz times his peak perfectly. He gets custom. Mango finds Tuckbook, and it's all falling apart. And Spaz also gets Tianki. It leaves Kani all by himself now. AWP in hand. He's going to get for the aggressive here. He finds one. Mango's low HP. He gets the dink, but it's through the box. Mango, AK beats USP.
Mango's playing out of his mind, and so is Spaz. I mean, they're working so well together. Just a lot of missed peaks there by the CT team, but at the same time, those shots are brilliant. Those fakes, I mean, running out of just out of the B palace after taking contact, that they allowed,
Yeah.
I mean, the lurker to get a kill, and then, you know, from there it was just dominoes for Big5.
Yeah. So, great round win there for WRG. I mean, they were looking in a pretty tough situation. The fact that they come out with the win, get Big5 into the eco, WRG now get themselves a 9th round potentially, considering that they have so much stronger weaponry in this round. Again, this is their approach, just sitting back all around the map, watching those choke points. One watches apps, one watches lowers, one watches mid, one watches ramp, one watches palace. Of course, it leaves you vulnerable to a push from numbers, but you're not giving anything away. You're not risking giving weaponry up by making a silly play or an individual play somewhere around the map.
Agreed. As long as they're all in trading distance or escapability distance, it's all good.
Yeah, that's the main one, right? Is that you
1 minute mark. I mean, that's when you want to just start taking mid control.
And as you said, that's the main factor, right? Is that you're either in a position where you can be traded or you can escape. Those are the two main bases you need to be covering when deciding where you're going to sit.
Exactly. But you know, they've lost these before, so quite critical for them to convert this.
Certainly, and that'll be on their mind as well, you know, when you lose an anti-eco round, heading into the next one. Alright guys, we've got this, you know, let's put that last one out of our minds. We know we're the stronger team right now in the round. Far superior weaponry, RMP. Going to open up the account there onto Slowy. And that's going to ring the bells for a B execute custom. He has got the world on his doorstep right now. He's going to be able to find one, but anything more than that would have been practically impossible. And WRG not struggling in this round whatsoever.
Yeah, it was nice to see them play it nice and slow. They haven't lost too many people. As long as they can keep it under 3, will be great for the economy just to boost it, especially if they want to climb back into this game. There's 4 rounds apart, so this is winnable for them, but they're going to have to, at every point in time, be highly focused on economy, the strategy in place, and especially these deaths. I mean, a lot of players of them, look at that, 4 K on them, 1 K on them, 3, 7. So the only way they're getting back into this is the economy game.
Yeah. WRG doing a good job in the round, keeping 4 players alive as well, so they're going to be building up that economy now. Of course, the main point about that is that they can't afford to lose a round and then be on an eco, right? They don't have that room to work with.
Yeah, definitely, and that's the critical point.
Yeah.
Big5, especially, I mean, the economy game is quite hectic for the CT team, but with this new updates, there's some leeway. Especially getting those baddish guns, those CZs, those shotguns, if it comes to that later into the game.
Slowy's got an aggressive angle here in Palace. Mango is going to walk out, but Slowy not able to land the shot. He is able to make it back, but WRG are going to get aggressive here. Slowy's in a very awkward position considering he only has an AWP to work with. He's going to need some support from his teammates. Tianki and Tukbok get a couple. Slowy, he's going to get forced into the open now. He misses the all-important shot. Going for some crazy no-scope, but the most important point is that he is still alive, and that's what's insane. I don't know how he's actually been able to stay alive for so long, and that's all he's actually trying to do right now. Ninja's doing everything he can to find this kill, and Slowy finally going to get found out there. Good little move there by Ninjas to find the kill, and RMP elsewhere has also been able to take down Custom, again bringing it back down from a 4 versus 2 into a 2 versus 2, though Kani able to take down Ninjas, and that means RMP is the only man remaining. Tianki not giving him anything to work with, immediately rotating away, but it doesn't make a difference as Kani is going to be the man to shut down the round. And again, Big5, oh man.
The craziest part about that entire altercation was that he had no armor and he survived all of that through the fire, through the bullets. That's what I think kept him in that half there. The rotator was a bit far, so it was just him alone.
And imagine what WRG was saying, guys, remember the AWP is here somewhere, he's hiding, guys, the AWP, don't forget the AWP. Meanwhile, everybody's just getting picked off from the guy in CT and jungle. So yeah, just his mere presence alone was a very influential part in that round. WRG, they've invested everything they've got into this one. If they lose it, that's probably going to be the game as well. Nifty little pop flash there for Custom. As I said, WRG, they have to win this one. Tools, Slowy, well, he's going to be doing his best to be denying that already, takes down RMP, and he gets out been such a thorn in WRG's side so far in this half, and I think that's the one main difference between the two sides on their T side. Mango, you can't stand in the fire. You don't have a flame retardant suit on. Anyway, just back to my point is that WRG didn't really have somebody like Slowy locking down middle and just finding the kills with the AWP like that, just peeking in and out all the time and being a nuisance. Mango does eventually take him down. Yep. He has been brought down to 13 though. Ninjask, he's been reduced to the Desert Eagle, so he's going to be looking to try and have an impact with that weapon. Oh no, Tuckborg! It's left click, not right click.
That's the panic coming out there, but
yeah.
This survives with this laugh there. But 4v4, this does favour the terrorist team. Low on utility there, so contact play is the name of the game for them.
Yeah, going to be a fake towards the A bomb site. That's Ninjask, the Desert Eagle, leading the charge. No surprise, sending the weakest weaponry by himself to fake. And it's actually doing a really good job because Big 5 have 2 players in CT. Tianki has got such a big job on his shoulders right now to try and lock down Cats. And he's actually not going to be able to. I thought he had that done for all money. Now Custom is in such a tough position. There is one low HP player to deal with though, and he's not even going to be able to find one. WRG just seem to make it happen time and time again when they've got their backs up against the wall. And that is going to be the bomb going down on the B bomb side, and Big 5 are in such a poor position to try and make this retake happen. It looks like they've already committed to the save, Tools. Such low HP. Look at WRG's health.
They're converting all the rounds where they have map control and they have the man advantage. And even at certain points, they've had the man advantage against them with 5v4s, and they've managed to claw their way back into this round. So,
yeah,
working better with the information, it seems, on the terrorist side.
I must say, WRG have been really impressive when they've been under pressure in the round, keeping their composure, keeping a clear game plan and sticking to it. They understand how to work when you have reduced numbers, and that's always an impressive feature in a team. Often teams will just continue with the same game plan they set out at the start of the round, even if they just lose an important piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, exactly, and well done to the IGL there, and especially Mango getting those crazy shots, getting those trades at least back to those conditions where it is 4v4. It is kind of winnable.
Yeah. Indeed, now Big 5 again, they're going to be on an eco. It's going to be on Kani and Tuckborg to try and lock this down. Tell me, Tools, how do you work with 2 weapons saved from the previous round when you have an AWP and an M4 on the CT side of Mirage?
You kind of just want to make sure the rifles or the guns are recyclable and they're taking first contact or they're trading off first contact, but they're near contact points. But we're kind of going for a play here. At least to get some damage. He's going to want to just move that off elsewhere just to make them second guess.
Yeah, that's always a good one, right? As you know that, or WRG will know that Big 5 saved an AWP, and the fact that he's now had presence towards B generally will force the terrorists to rotate towards the opposite side of the map, and that's where you sometimes like to see your AWPer already compensating for that, as you said, also changing his position up. And I also like the point you made about the weaponry is making sure that it's recyclable. After it's gone down, somebody else is able to retrieve it. You're not going for a palace push or a lowers push. And, well, the push this time coming through towards the A bomb site. But the bomb is still in T-spawn, so somebody's going to have to double back to collect that. Big 5 also in a pretty good position to deal with this. They've got 4 players around A, and in fact the 5th is starting to gravitate there as well. Oh, the beautiful shot there from Slowy to take down Mango, and that's going to be forcing some chaos into WRG's camp. It looks like they're actually going to be committing to A. This plays right into Big 5 hands, Tools. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out for them. Kani's also in a good position to get a quick rotate across. Tuckborg playing from connector with this M4. They've got quite a bit of utility to work with, at least a couple smokes, so they're probably going to go with stairs and CT. Rather CT and... yeah, there's the CT smoke coming through. What's the second one? Probably going to be jungle. Haven't used it. Okay, so just going to be using it for the post plant. Rather execute coming through. Spaz, he does find custom. That's a good start in the round, but still not getting themselves into the bomb site. There's only 9 seconds left at the moment. What's going on? Tuckborg is tapping away. Tianki gets on with the Desert Eagle as well. He's going to round it out, and WRG, you just cannot afford to lose those rounds.
Too slow, and that initial kill, wasn't tradable. Mango was just sitting on Tetris.
Yeah.
Almost like he wanted that pop flash to come for him. You stood there for so long without making a decision, a choice. That bomb stuck in spawn. What a disaster for them.
Yeah, maybe just getting ahead of themselves, because that does happen when you're in anti-ecos, right? You know that the opposition have saved some weapons, so everyone's trying to make some calls and say what they think should be done, and in the end, unfortunately, it's not the right one that was made. And again, Big 5 winning a round, which they have no business in doing so.
That's my big problem against, playing so slow, not taking mid control. I wouldn't say early, but semi-early, just to establish that cut off the rotations first of all, and you make a decision towards the end as to where you want to split. You have a lurker either in ladder, either in window, either in con. But going for a straight side hit,
Actually works out well. Yep, finds that first frag. Nice pinpoint accuracy there from him. But Big5 just looking to do some damage from afar at the moment. As they find those frags, they're going to start to converge onto this B bomb site. Mango is going to have to lock it down here. We're going to have to see some Cold Zero like highlights. I love watching that man in the middle of the B bomb site and lock it down. Let's see if he can invoke his inner Cold Zero here. He doesn't have much HP to work with. Spaz, he does find a nice early frag. That certainly makes things a lot easier. Beautiful tap there from Mango. Now all of a sudden it's down to Slowy. The IGL, what can he do? 1 versus 2. AWP in hand. He's going to get aggressive, going for the subtle approach, but Spaz does a great job.
So well together throughout this game, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, that micro synergy going, and their shots are just hitting.
I mean, Mango is certainly one of the up-and-coming players, right? Spaz,
Exactly.
Spaz has been around for quite some time, though, even though he is a younger player. I mean, even had a stint with Big5 with you guys as well.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah. He's received training.
Yeah, he has, and you can see it. So even though he's a younger player, he still has quite a lot of experience. Played for XTC for a while as well. Anyway, another eco round here. Tools, WRG, surely they're not going to be letting this one slip.
I mean, if they can just keep converting these rounds, these anti-ecos, it's not because the gun rounds are going in their favor. If you
Yeah.
just have a look at how the rounds have gone. I mean, the anti-ecos is the only thing they're struggling against, and right now, we're about to see.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're actually keeping it more simple right now, not trying to get too complex and work their way around the map. Tuckbook, he does find Ninjas, and Tianki, he's hiding on the bomb side. Oh, I think he just timed his peak a bit too early there, but Tuckbook, he's still able to find one, having a heavy impact with the M4 in the round right now, and he's still alive and kicking, full HP, quite a lot of utility to work with. He's just going to have to buy time for Slowy to come through now. 3 players left alive here for the terrorists.
It's going to be tough for them without a kit, especially Slowy coming from the lurk. Just see what he has to do. Your tuck box gonna have to do all the work here. At least try get an entry before Slowy takes contact. Sneaky flash, not too bad. Again,
Yeah.
just buying time for Slowy to make a play, but the jig's up.
Yeah, Spaz was ready and waiting for it. Even though he lands a dink onto Doru, it's not going to be enough. Again, Spaz, he finds a double in the round. WRG get themselves to within 2 rounds of Big5, and that gap is closing, and it's actually going to be causing a little bit of stress for Big5. You know, they are really close to closing out the game, but WRG just on their tails at the moment.
Yeah, even this buy right now isn't really the best or the most convincing buy from Big5. So Slowy does have the AWP at the least. He does the most work with it. He hasn't been opening up the rounds, and it's what they're going to need right now, just to be able to just make it a bit easier for them.
I thought that was a frag every day of the week. Somehow it doesn't connect. So let's see how WRG go about this round. No presence towards the A bomb site whatsoever here. And when the game does start to get into this high pressure situation, you generally start to rely on the CTs to make less crazy decisions like pushing Palace and ramp, right? And you can almost rely on that.
Yeah, we can see it right now.
Yeah.
Coming out of them, just precaution is the biggest thing, and just making sure a trade comes out of anything.
Yeah. Big5 just focusing on keeping tabs on the bomb sites now, letting WRG have that mid control. They don't really have the utility to compete with middle. Doru, he's been able to get into connector, but Kani, ready and waiting, snaps that one up. I thought Doru had the angle there and had the frag for all the money, but again, it's Big5 who find the first kill in the round.
Yeah, I mean, kind of was just aware there, and that AUG, I think attribute that kill more towards the AUG than him. But
Yeah.
coming in soon.
That weapon is so strong at holding those long distance angles, and yeah, it is that B hit coming through. As you said, Mango, he's going to be able to find one on the flank. While we on the A bomb side, auto directed. The action's at B. Spaz, he's leading the charge again. He finds a kill, but he's all by himself now. He's got a clutch to try and keep his team in this one. Of course, losing this round would mean Big5 get onto match point. He goes for the fake plant initially. He has got a player playing around the smoke right now. I don't think he's aware of it. He's got
doomed.
Yeah, he is doomed. He's actually lucky that Tienki just executed him and didn't go for the humiliation knife kill.
I mean, the knife kill would have been great. Just, pull out an AWP for Slowy, because I'm not too sure if you'll even get it this round.
Yeah, he's not going to. You're right.
AUGs will be the compromise. Even a MP9, a slow
Yeah.
machine.
Interesting. I'm quite surprised because I think that there was enough money for a weapon to be dropped of better standards. Anyway, WRG, look at their buy. It is not looking good whatsoever. So they're going to go for some aggressive mid control. Yeah, interesting. Normally, middle's when you go when you've got the utility, but it's an aggressive play. They're pushing straight through. Spaz finds one, but Slowy with that MP9 shuts us up and says, I don't need an upgraded weapon. I'll get the job done with this win.
Yeah, I didn't check a 6 after that. RMP was just waiting, and Mango puts the game back into their advantage.
Yeah, in fact, Big5 again making a hash of a advantageous situation. Falls onto Custom and Tianki right now to try and win this round. I'm not sure if they're again just committing to the savior, not moving whatsoever. They've got so much utility. They both have kits. I'd actually like to see them having a go at this one. In the same breath, they don't really have enough money to go for a buy in the next round, but the fact that Custom does find that kill is going to prompt them to get some traction here in the retake. Like I said, they've got the smokes, they've got the kits, they need to get some movement here, and Tianki actually stuck in between two mines there. He just had a smoke in his hand. He didn't even know where to throw that smoke. He lost his teammates, and with that lost the round. So we're going to be hitting the distance. I mean, Big5 are going to be saving here. Let's
just see if they do actually save here. Maybe a half bar will come in from them. Zakbak will maybe drop a few pistols like he's doing now.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier in the game, these are the hard rounds. These are the ones that actually can not be in your favor.
And you could see
playing like he is.
That in the previous round, WRG just had the, alright, we don't care, we're not going to respect our opponent's approach. They just rushed up straight through connector and got super aggressive, and it's because maybe they had a lot less lying on the round, a lot less expectations. They could play with that freedom. Now they're expected to take this round, and although this, as I say this, they're not having any trouble finding the kills, and it looks like we're going to be heading the distance.
Yes, we are. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
Full
Good
rounds,
close.
rounds, 30 rounds.
Competitive. Yeah. Well, I mean, we are certainly heading in that direction. I'd be surprised if we didn't get to the 30th round. That would mean Tukbok and Custom pulled off some sort of a miracle. Custom has a chance for it. He could find the first one here. He does find the first, not able to adjust quick enough for the second. If he was able to get Mango, though, that was an AK, and it could have spiraled from there. Tukbok doing a good job finding a kill there as well. I mean, if he could find another kill or two here, that would be amazing, because it'd mean WRG wouldn't have the best economy to work with heading into the next round. I mean, probably wouldn't have full utility on all the players then. So there is...
AK was the best thing for him right now, but we'd have a lurk behind him, as we can see.
Yeah, there we go. Exactly as you said. He just wants to try and take one of these weapons into the next round.
RMP is aware, though, of where he is, or at least I think so.
No, it looks like they've... assumed he's left, unless Spaz is going to be pushing into ladder here. He checks the angle, but it's still Tukbok who comes out on top. So doing a good amount of damage to the economy there. And as I said, look at that. 3 players on WRG's side are below $4,000. At least there's going to be an AK droppable from Ninjask, and we see a pause coming through. Probably a tactical pause from Big5, although maybe it's WRG. They just want to make sure that everybody knows exactly what's going on. Regardless, I think both of these teams need this.
Just having a look at the Tukbox and the drop Slowy and Opia. I mean, how do we see we took the Tuck? Was it? We can't.
No, we actually can't. Unfortunately, would be cool if they gave some sort of a graphic to indicate it. Yeah. Looking at the frags quick tools, Mango 28 for 17 against Big5. I mean, he's putting up impressive numbers right now. As I said, one of the up and coming players of 2019, and certainly warranting this pickup by WRG.
Yeah, I mean, especially losing to XD for those qualifiers, that was a big blow to them. Especially he's left XD to joining WRG, but I mean, it wasn't a bad move, but his impact is getting more and more quite imperative.
Yeah. Let's see how he does settle into the team. Of course, as you said, it is only a 2-week ordeal. He's been a part of the team, not very long at all. Final round of regulation time. Let's see what WRG have got in the bag. It's a lot of damage being done by the grenades. They're going to go straight into the B bomb side. Where did this one come from? They've already lost one player. Tianki's got another. He's going to have to find a third yet to lock this one down. No, he goes down. 3 versus 3 is the result. Can Kani have an impact on the round now? He's just going to have to try and buy time. Surely he can't go down, though, without finding a kill, and he's done such a good job of finding Ninjask. That buys his team so much time and space on the rotates. RMP and Spaz now left with the responsibility, and Kani is denying them at every turn. Takes off the head of Spaz, and it's now on the IGL captain to try and lead from the front here. He's going to find the first. They now know where he is. He doesn't have much HP to work with. There aren't any kits here for Big5, so they're going to have to find this kill a bit early on. He's still just playing the timing here, but Kani Ballistic is going to close out the round on 1 point of health, and he finds the defuse. Beautiful from the experienced man.
Yeah, my chest is in my hands there. I wasn't too sure what the outcome would be, especially after that initial contact. It looked like Mango had a clear shot. It was just that HP he landed on. That grenade custom through did big work there, softening them up perfectly for Tianki and Cat to get that entry, and then Kani coming and surviving quite a while there by that get right pillar.
My word, Tools, I can't believe how that game closed out. That was insane. 16-14. Big 5 are going to be kicking themselves a bit, I think. They probably would have liked to have closed that game out a bit earlier than they did. But props to WRG for making it happen and actually just taking it the distance and never giving up. And they had a very impressive T side. So if they can just rectify some of those mistakes on the CT side, adjust some of those anti-ecos and not give up those advantageous situations, we certainly have a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I definitely did mention that the WRG is getting a lot better in terms of their technicality going throughout rounds from the first stage to the second stage. It's segregated quite perfectly, especially those 2 point men. They're getting those entries and then always that lurker getting that kill time and time again. We saw Tianki getting a bit frustrated there in Cat. Every time he tried to come in through a rotation, he got killed by either lurker and Quan, lurk and window. So it was tough for them. And those 4v5s they kept winning. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the rounds, that's why I say that Big 5 might actually be a bit frustrated with themselves because they allowed WRG back into rounds which Big 5 should have been closing out. So that's something that they're going to be able to work on. WRG got to work on their CT side. And from myself, thanks so much for joining us, guys. Please subscribe. Looking for those 100 subs. I can get a custom URL in. Doesn't look like I hit my head against my keyboard. That'd be great. Follow me on social media. I'm at Hayes Castings, and follow my esteemed co-caster, Mr. @Lighters. Guys, thank you so much. Like I said, it's been a pleasure. Follow the social media to keep track with the next few games. And from myself, I bid you farewell. Tools, any departing words?
No departing words, but anyway, thanks for tuning in, and it was great casting again.
Yeah, always a pleasure. And guys, enjoy the rest of your evenings. Cheers.
Ciao.
Peace.